This is Daf Yerushalmi Kilayim. The article was the harder edition. We are on Daf Hayin Test Aleph at the Mishnah, which is Chriche Hameis from Yudas, and in the Vilna we are on Daf Mem Aleph from a base, also the Mishnah of Chriche Hameis from Yudas. So. Tarchich HaMeis HaMirdas, the shrouds of a mace and a mirdas shel chamorim and the blanket you put under the cargo of a donkey. Ein by mishum kilayim. There are no kilayim issues. Both part of the mitzvahs. Lo yitin as a mirdas al ktefo. You shouldn't put the mirdas on your shoulder. Even if you're going to use it in order to take out refuse. But Tferes so writes that you have in mind to protect your body. Unless it's since that's a definition of a garment, it's a problem. The Rav says that it somehow diminishes the difficulty of carrying the load, and that's also considered to be a form of wearing, and it's different than Mipchos Hasaporim above, where it was just meant to protect your clothing. Here it's meant to either protect your body. Did I say clothing before? Meant to protect your body, or to lighten the load, and that was actually wearing as opposed to protecting clothing. Okay, Mochik smoking darkon, the people who are selling the garments, even the shatnez garments, they're not also by Noah. Then what to sell normally, eventually they don't have in mind that they're wearing their wares in order to save themselves from sun in the sun and from rain in the rain. But people who are more tsanua, like here means people who are greater of Hashem, more machmir, like say then they would hold these shatnez garments behind them on a stake. People who are sewing garments, and evidently have sewing garments of shatnez, and they have to perhaps put the Kilayim says to put it on their clothes. They lay the fabric on their legs when they're sewing the garments, or perhaps also they actually use themselves as forms. So they can do that as long as they're in mind either for heat or cold. But it's people who are tsanua, they sew on the ground, they don't put it on their legs or use it as a form. Okay, the Gemara says why? Because mesim are chavshi in mitzvahs. Came to the mesim, not chavshi mitzvahs. They no longer are required to do mitzvahs at that point. And now we come to so again, since the person is came to the mesim, not chavshi mitzvahs, the Reb Chaim brings out two pshatim here. He says the Rishonim argue whether it has to do with Chias HaMesim, it's going to come out with the Beged Lavish Kilayim. It has a Noah. Nevertheless, it's okay because the mitzvahs B'telos Lasi Lovo. Or the Rambam says that when he's dead, he has no. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's after Misa, right? Okay, so with the Rambam, it's the Gemara is going to say after Misa, there's no issue. It's not addressing whether there's going to be a problem in the when it's Chias HaMesim, which could be the Rambam Shita, so that the Chias HaMesim for the Yom Adina Govanora is only temporary, and perhaps it's not necessarily time when there's a Chiyuv Mitzvahs, because afterwards people die and go to the Olam HaEmes, the Olam Haba, according to the Rambam. But according to other Rishonim, it's an issue about whether Lasi Lava, when they come with Chiyah, and they're going to go up in these garments of Kilayim. So you'd be going on Madamar, mitzvahs B'telos Lasi Lava, so that even when they get up with Chiyah, they're not going to have mitzvahs, and won't be a problem. It sounds more like the first shot, that we're not concerned with what happens when Tchias Mason occurs. Yerushalmi says that it could be it's going to occur in Bandomar, that when they get with Tchias, it's not in the same garments in which they're buried. So, okay, because he's saying around the Machlekes, Rabbi Rabban, if they're going to go up to Tchias Mason in the same garments they're buried or not. Okay, so we don't know if the Chavshim Mitzvahs again means after death, at that point, till Tchias Mason, or even after Tchias Mason. Now we have, though, the very famous Gemara Shkafta, the Rebbe, which in the Gemara in the Bavli appears in Ksubis, and here in the Yerushalmi appears right here in Kilayim. Rebbe Tzivah Shlosh Dvarim Shas P'tirasa. Rebbe commanded three things. The time was the time was about to leave this world. My widow should not leave my house. She should remain living there. Do not say it has to be in small towns. And whoever took care of me during my lifetime should take care of me after my death. Now I'm going to explain what these things are. My widow should not leave my house. I must say, isn't it Mishnah? If a widow says, I can't leave my husband's house, you have to leave her there. I believe this says, Lo Yemila Besa de Nashusehu, Meshubali Nisusehu, Meshubali Nisuse. No, because they might say to her, this is the White House, right? This is the house of the Nisius, not house of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi personally, it's the house of Nisius. So therefore, we would say to her, you got to move out because it's your husband's term is over, terminated on his death. So they can't tell her. The Chiddush is no. It regards Rebbe's personal property for this purpose that he can tell them that they can't force his wife out. It's like that which that she lives in the houses, like she would live in them if her husband is away in the chutzarts. So she would live in the houses nonetheless. After that, she uses her husband's vessels as if he was still alive and just in chutzarts. And she gets mizonos. She says she would get if her husband alive was in chutzarts. Don't be mastering me in the small towns because it was because of machlekes, and because the Chaim explains they're going to come to argue who should be masculine in a small town. And I guess in a large city they didn't have such problems. I guess people who are known to be the maspidim for honorable occasions. But it's interesting that Bavli, I believe the reason which is given is because there's not enough room in small towns. There's more room in large towns for people to assemble. Whoever took care of me, took care of my death, and Yossi Efrati, Yossi Chafnai. And they were Mishamish during his lifetime. It's this Gemara about Rabbi Yosef Efrati, who was Mishamish Rav Eliashib during his lifetime. Rabbi Yechizke Mosif Al Tarbo like Tachrichin. Rabbi Yechizke added that don't give me many Tachrichin. Which is interesting because we know there was that kind of Hashem Gamliel that they should not make fancy shrouds. And there should be a my coffin, and evidently they used a coffin back then, which they don't use today. And it's swell should be pierced towards the ground, so behind the ground. Milsarmin, some say. Literally, this means words were said, but here means it's like Yeshomim. The starting Echba Nigba Rebbe. Rebbe was buried just in one sheet without any coffin. So Rebbe Amar Lokama, but the Rebbe Amar Lokama the Baranish also who Asi. And this comes back to what he said before. He was not makbid on what he's buried in because a person does not come back in the same garments in which they depart. Rabbanan say, like a person leaves, that's how he comes back. So therefore, be more meticulous in what you wear, kittel or something like that. Learn the name Rabbi Yosef. The garment goes down the person to the grave, comes up with it. My time. Why? What pasuk teaches us? the material existence of a person changes, like a seal, who comes back to existence, and they will come stand up like they were clothed. Antolina Shol Rabbi Maush Tisapek Chaymachasom. What does the beginning of the pasuk mean? They said, "Me shu maybe as Hador." He brings the generation, because Baruch Hu brings the generation to back. That will bring them. He'll be Malbishim. So evidently, it's not. He didn't answer in the first part of pasuk. He's asked. I guess he asked about the whole pasuk, including the last part of pasuk. Because Rebbe explained the last part, he says that he brings them back to Tchias HaMesim, or maybe this is the verse of pasuk. He who changes back the material existence to the way it was originally, the original seal. He is asking the bush. He's going to bring them back, clothed in whatever clothes he gives them at the time. Yom Mefaked Rabbi Yochanan said, "Ma'bishuni bervid kaya." Put me in blue clothing, blue shrouds. Rabbi Yana in the Bible, he said to put him in pink shrouds, but he says blue shrouds, not white and not black. If I get among the tzaddikim, I won't be embarrassed. If I get among the rishoyim and I won't be embarrassed because I'll be wearing something in between, not black or white. Put me in white clothes, which are sewn very well. In other words, nice white clothing. Amalei said, "Ma, Tami, Rabach, what you think you're better, Rabbi Yochanan? Yochanan is in Supak where he's going. You're not in the Supak." Amar Loni said, "Umana bois lavdoi." You think I'm afraid of my deeds in this world? I'm not embarrassed of my deeds, what I did in this world. And somebody said this, or people be talking, and to make sure that people will. Be confident that they can get up to, properly or enjoy Tchias HaMesim properly. Rabbi Yirmiyah, Mefaked. Rabbi Yirmiyah told people we're going to bury him. Abushuni chibin chafitin, give me those nice sewn clothing. Abushuni bandiasai, which evidently are a type of sock. No, that's not. I read what I wrote in my Gemara. Kadav haraglayim, but that's not what it is. Kadim haragilim. So the ones which I normally wear. So maybe it's Bikir Sai. That's what I'm normally accustomed to. If I have everything here. Yeah, Bnei Moshe says, B'gir Sai. Himashi Raga B'chayai. And the next thing is Yavum Masanav Raglai. Put shoes on my feet. And a staff in my hand. V'avuni al sitra, and put me on my side. So in Asa Mashiach Ana Ma'atei, I guess it looks like you're more ready to go. If Mashiach comes while he's in his grave, I'm ready. Okay, so they obviously being Mechazim, Nermud, and Tchias HaMesim. Tziporia, and the people of Tziporia Armin, they said, Man damar loch Rebbe damach, anybody who says to us that Rebbe was died, Anakalinale, we're going to kill him. And then probably it says those were his students who said that. Adiklan Bar Kapara, so Bar Kapara came out, so Bavli came out slightly different. They sent him in, but here just says it came out. Reisha Mechase, his head was covered, sign of Avelos, money of the Zoin, and his clothing was ripped. Armalon, he said to them, Mitsukim ve'erilim tfusim beluchas abris. The people down on earth who are Mitsukim, on the tzuk, on the solid earth, and the Erelim, which are the Malachim, were seizing onto luchos, and they were grabbing on both sides. Erelim, and the hands of the Malachim were stronger. The Chatfos of luchos, they seized the luchos. And that, so Armin, they say by Kvar, Damach Rebbe died. Armin, he said, Atun Amartu. You said it, not me. the Karun, and they tore Kriya. Vaso color the kind of go papsa. It's Mahaflasi Milan. The sound of people ripping their clothing went to Papsa, which is 3 meal away, far away. I have here to look at the Shari Person 7. I'm not sure I have it with me. I'm out of town. I can't see what I wrote here. Yeah, so the Shari Person, look it up, says that it's a toast. It shouldn't say go patata, it should say guvavta, which is the one of the names of Gat Chefer, which is near Tzipori, and it's called Guvta Guvata the Tziporin, and it's near a relatively close place. And the Sefer Tulasor also says that that is what it's supposed to say. Okay. It's and I guess that was 3 meal away. Nachum Bar Shemar said, "Ma'asim Nisim Nasu also Yom." It's also about the Bavli. Erev Shabbos, so it was Friday afternoon. Miskan Skoleros this last week, I don't know, afternoon Friday. Then all the cities got together to be Maspid Rebbe Vashruyune Tamne. They left his buyer at Tamne Esrei 18. Kenisha. They put it in 18 shuls but they managed in order to maspid him. And they took him down to Beit Shari to Beit Sharim, which is where he's buried. The Klol and the day was extended. Everyone could get home, and fill himself a jug of water for Shabbos to there and light the candles. Came to Shakachama once the sun set, Makor HaGever, immediately the rooster crowed and the sun started coming up. Shor Matzikin, so people started feeling anguish. Yosef Basko Vamar Lahen, the Basko came and said, Call Mishli Satzab Spanish Rebbe, anybody who was not lazy, Mimas Rebbe and Vusar Chayam Mabah should be receive the tidings that he's a Ben Olam Mabah. And there was no Chil Shabbos here. Barmin Chatzra, except for the launderers, so it's from the Bavli. Evidently, he came to Rebbe every day, says Chaim, and that day he didn't come. Came and Shama came once here, the Solik went up to the roof of Tel Garme and cast himself down, and he died. Never Baskala, Baskala, never Amadafilu Chatzra, even the launderer, obviously, even though committed suicide, did so out of a sense of tshuva and charata. So therefore, he was able to get to Olam Haba as a result. And we will stop here for today because we're already on that page.